Grit beats talent every single time. Introducing the new BF Goodrich all-terrain KO3 tire. Legendary toughness made tougher. BF Goodrich, what are you building for?
The international race attracts drivers and off-road racing enthusiasts from all over the world.
Off-road racing is important to Boston Designs because, simply put, it tests the envelope and it clearly makes or breaks the progression aspect of what we do and why we do it. The racers out here are the 1% pushing it to its full potential. This is a proving ground for every aspect of lighting.
Yuma and Imperial Valley, get ready! It's the Alexander Ford Summer Sales Event, and it's the most aggressive incentive program ever! Trade in any 2014 to 2023 vehicle and get 100% of its original factory MSRP toward a brand new Ford. Got a 2010 through a 2013? You'll get exclusive trade pricing too! Plus 0% financing, 0 down, and no payments for 90 days. A fresh shipment of new Fords just arrived, but they won't last. Bring your vehicle and get 100% of its original MSRP. Alexander Ford, a difference you can count on.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are here. It is 7 p.m., so we are here with your next Method Race Wheels Fishgistics update presented by Fox Shocks. Today we are covering the 2025 Best in the Desert, Vegas to Reno. You guys excited? We did see some finishers. We had a bike finisher earlier. It looked like the N1 was the official, unofficial winner. We had the Tracy Graff, Justin Bean trick truck finish a little bit ago, and then we just had Jason Coleman finish. Jason Coleman and Brady Mellon, they just finished a little bit ago for a four-peat, unofficial, 4 in a row, 6,100 win, class win. We can show you guys, hang on, let's go and look at let's go show you the times here. So if we look, let's see, we'll start with the 6,100s because we just brought them, just talked about them. All right, this is unofficial, but it's official, really. So this is the Best in the Desert timing. So Jason Coleman, you can see, is in with a 8:24.23. Trey Gibbs. So Trey Gibbs had a heater going. He was making up a lot of time on people, and he was my pick to win. However, 5 miles from the finish, he stopped. I think he maybe had a flat or something like that, but they were sitting there for a few minutes, and it ended up costing him the race, it looked like. So you can see he lost by just about 2.5 minutes. So big bummer for him. But Trey Gibbs, you know, he almost dethroned Jason Coleman. But cool for Jason and Brady. They get 4 in a row. At least it was a good race there. I mean, you got 3 minutes between the first and second and third. Look at Dane Miller there. Dane Miller was out physically in front for like half of the race or more. So Dane Miller, kind of a name that honestly I'm not super familiar with, you know. So to come out here and get a third place finish and be a couple seconds out of second place and only like 2 minutes out of first place, that's pretty good. So big shout out to Dane Miller and all the Miller crew in the 19 Industries trucks. It looks like 19 is going to be first, third, fourth, and fifth. We got a Mason Motorsports truck in second. That is Christopher Polvardi's old spec truck. That was driven by Trey Gibbs. Justin Blauer is going to be fourth. Brent Fox is fifth. Ryan Hancock and Jordan Poole, cool. Good to see them have a good run. They are going to be sixth, just about 25 minutes out of the lead. And then David Ziegler, another good run there. He's going to be in seventh. So that is a look at your first 7 finishers. Sorry, I got game notifications here. The Padres and the Dodgers game is just starting, by the way, which I'm going to be watching on the side here. Go Padres. By the way, division leaders. And so, yeah, that's your first finishers in the 6,100 class. Now let's go look at the trick truck class because we had a couple finishers there, or we had one earlier at least. Let's see. Did anybody else finish yet? We do. We got 2. Craig McCarthy is going to be second. All right, so Tracy Graff, Justin Bean Smith, congratulations, you guys. You guys look like you're going to take the trick truck win. They did get beat by the bikes, however. The bikes were at 8:02. They were 8:12. So they're going to be first. Second place in the trick trucks is going to be Craig McCarthy. So those are going to be the 2 finishers that we have there so far. So that's it. And yeah, Graff isn't an all-wheel drive truck. It was a Racer Engineering truck that Justin Bean Smith converted the front end with the Racer Engineering kit to the all-wheel drive. So that is all-wheel drive now. So Husted is also all-wheel drive. Those are the 2 all-wheel drives that we're racing today that I know of. So that is that. All right, let's see what else. Oh, we got Nick's in here. The Dodgers fans, boo you, Nick. I'm gonna have to kick you out. I'm gonna ban you, you Dodgers fans. All right, so let's go look at the map and see the next good race we have going is going to be the UTV Pro. And oh, look at this. We have Joe Tirana at 0 miles an hour. Oh, here's his camera. Let's see. What is he doing? Looks like they're getting strapped back in. Okay. So, anybody see what just happened? I didn't see. Was it a belt or a tire? I'm going to guess a tire because it wouldn't really stop very long. So, it looks like Joe Tirana probably just had a flat tire. We just saw the co-driver get back in there. He's getting buckled up. They're back on the road. So, good to see. Joe Tirana was out front for a lot of the day earlier, and then he lost a little bit of time in the pit. He got passed, and then it's been kind of going back and forth. So, Mitch Guthrie, if we go and look, let's see. All right. So, Caden McCachran, we got Cody Bradbury, and Mitch Guthrie. That is your top three. We just saw Joe Tirana get out. They're moving again. You can see his little red dot went away, so they are moving. But they just fell back a bit. So, it's going to be a battle between these top guys here. And if we go look at the times, let's pull up the UTV Pro class. And let's see what we got going on. So at mile 400, check out mile 400 here. We have Cody Bradbury with 6:45. We have Mitch Guthrie, 6:46. I also got confirmation that, remember that pit stop when it looked like Mitch was taking a while on our last update? They were changing a rear radius rod. So they had bent a rear radius rod, or they had something going on with the rear radius rod on Mitch Guthrie's car. So they changed that in the pit. That's why he got passed by a couple of these other guys. I think Caden McCachran went around him, and maybe even Joe went around him then, but he got passed by a couple guys. It was a long pit. They had to change the radius rod out. That's why. So that's your update on Mitch Guthrie. However, look, he's back to second place on time. He's only about less than 30 seconds out of the lead at mile 400. But Caden McCachran is only about 40 seconds behind Mitch Guthrie. So, and he's like, I'm just over a minute out of the lead. So we got a minute, and then behind him, we have about a minute and a half of Joe Tirana. Joe's going to lose a little bit of time, though, because we just saw him stopped, remember? So the next time he comes through at mile 425, he's going to have dropped a little bit. So it's really close racing between Cody Bradbury, Mitch Guthrie, and Caden McCachran. So we have Cody in the Can-Am Maverick R, Mitch Guthrie in the Factory Polaris Pro R, Caden McCachran in the Factory Polaris Pro R. So 2 Polarises and 1 Can-Am, and then we got another Can-Am, Joe Tirana. So 2 and 2. We got an even split in the top 4. Somebody says, is Brock Heger racing today? Yes. Brock Heger was racing earlier. He actually made it only a few miles, had a problem with the car, and he is out of the car. So, but you never know. Anything can happen in racing. So it'll be fun to see at the finish line where these guys are at. Let's look at a couple other cars that are making their way up too. So Deegan Gonzalez is going to be in 5th. I think he's only 14 years old, we were told too. So that's pretty good. Josh Rowe there. And then we have Max Eddy Jr. right here. Now Max Eddy's probably, this car, I'm going to say it's going to make up some time. Watch the 941 the rest of the race. Who's he got in front of him right now? This is going to be a good race. So we got Max Eddy, and then we got Cody Miller in front of him, and then Josh Rowe. So the Miller brothers over here, they have a camera. So do the Miller brothers have a rear camera? No, I think they just have their helmet camera. Yeah, so they got their helmet camera, which is really weird, right? Is that the same car? That's not even the same car, I don't think, huh? Because I don't know if that's the same car if they're not synced. Because see how the speed on this one is doing a little different than the speed on this car. So I'm not sure if that's the same car or not. It's hard to tell. Does anybody know, is this helmet camera the same car, or do the Miller brothers have 2? It says Cody, so I think it's the same car. They're just not, the videos just aren't synced up, because the speedometer is different. It's not the same on both videos. The helmet camera is cool. It's hard to watch because it's really it really bounces around a lot. You need to take some Dramamine, and then you can only watch it for a couple seconds. But keep an eye on the Miller brothers camera here, because we got Max Eddy, like we said, coming up behind him here. The 941 is going to be catching up to Cody Miller and Josh Rowe. So keep an eye on that. Let's see what that car can do to the finish. We got top 4, so then that's 5, 6, and 7. In 8th place right now, we have Sean Saxton is going to be in 8th. And next in 9th, we have Sierra Romo. Good job, Sierra Romo, in the top 10 there. Ryan Piplick moving his way up. Ronnie Anderson, Wayne Matlock. That's another Factory Pro R there. followed by Kristen Matlock. Okay, so once again, Wayne is beating his wife. So that never that's not good. Not good, but Wayne and Kristen right there. We have Chase Mankin down here. Then we got Travis Sally. We got Michael Mack, Matt Burrows, Joshua Smith, and we got this class is just Brandon Sims. Everybody's in this class. It's awesome. This is the best class I've seen in a long time. It's cool when there's 50 plus people in the race in the same class. It's pretty cool. So we'll see what happens there. All right, so that's a look at that. And yeah. So anything else you guys want to see? I think that kind of covers everything we got going here. We're just watching this the rest of the way here. So the UTV Pro class, they're at mile 425. They got less than 100 miles to go, about 75 miles to go, so that's going to be over an hour. Remember we were guessing 8:30 was going to be the finish time. I think we're going to be pretty dang close to that. So I'm thinking we're looking like 8:30, still looking pretty good. I'm going to stick with that. Maybe yeah, that's an hour and 15 minutes. It could even be a little bit sooner than that, really, but we'll see. So, yeah. All right. Well, that's your update for what I got here. Go over to Watch Party. If you guys haven't tuned into this all day, it's been awesome. Watchparty.cc. Dustin did a great job with this. He's been making changes to it all day. He's been making a lot of updates to the map. If you guys, I haven't shown the map too much today because it wasn't quite set up for the style that I was doing. But he's been making changes to it, and it's gonna get even better for the next race. He's gonna have mile markers on here and pits on here and everything. So it'll be super cool. But it's cool. Couple things I like about it is when you see the live thing right there, they have a camera, so you can literally just turn their camera on right here. You can just do this, and then it pops it up. You guys can't see it because I'm not sharing the screen, but it just popped it up there. So that was cool. Kind of a cool thing. Matt Park there. You pop his camera up, and see there it is there. So it pops it up behind it. So cool. It's pretty cool system here. And then he's got the timing over here on the right. You can select which class you want over here. So like if we change it to UTV Pro, we can see Cody Bradbury was in first, Mitch Guthrie second, Caden McCaffrey is third on the right-hand side of your screen over there. That was at the last update on Racing Tracks. Whatever mile they came through last, that's what you're looking at over there. You can click on like Caden McCaffrey in there and you can see, scroll down, you can see the exact time at what mile that he was at. So it's kind of cool. Gives you his exact time to that mile. So pretty cool system we got going on there. Uh-oh, is Joe stop? No, his camera keeps Joe Toronto's camera keeps freezing up, and I think he stops sometimes because it's not moving, but it's just been freezing up throughout the day today. So I always got to look at it and see if they're actually stopped or if it's frozen. So no big deal. All right. So that's what's going on there. That's our race right now. So we're looking at the UTV Pros. Who's going to take it? I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it going to be the T25, Cody Bradbury? Look how far we got to zoom in. These guys are literally right on top of each other. We have Mitch Guthrie right there. We have Caden McCaffrey right there. I have no idea who's going to win this race. Any of these three guys can win this race easily. I mean, even Toronto's not out of it yet. You never know what can happen to anybody in Vegas to Reno. We just saw the Trey Gibbs stopped. He was about to win 6,100, and he stopped 5 miles from the finish and lost the race. So you never know. You never know what's going to happen here. Link to Watch Party. You just go to watchparty.cc. Here, I'll put it in the comments for you guys, but it's literally as easy as that. Watchparty.cc. There you go. Go there. You do have to put in your email, sign up for a free account, and then you can log in using your email, and you're good to go. You can watch YouTube streams, and if you see the thing I like on the left side here, it only shows you streams that are active right now. So you can see there's not as many left as there was earlier in the day, clearly because a lot of people are broken or out of the race or finished the race. So a lot of the streams aren't going anymore. So it only shows you streams that actually have cameras going right now, which is a super cool feature. Definitely makes it a lot easier. All right. So, all right. Well, that's we just got an update here. Cody Bradbury had to rack a flat at pit 11. Okay, so Cody Bradbury had lost a little bit of time, and he had to rack a flat. So let's see when he comes out of the pit here. He may be behind these guys now. I don't know if he got. You can see it hasn't updated. 1914. Let's wait for it to update a second here. Let's see where he jumps in because he just had to put a spare tire in right here. Thanks, Richard, for that update. Pit 11, Top Gun. He had to put a tire in there. So that means he had a flat tire somewhere between the last pit and there. And there we go. All right. He's not out front anymore. I believe Mitch Guthrie. Yeah, Mitch Guthrie is out front now. It looks like he may, I don't know. Let's see with Caden updates. I don't know if he got ahead of Caden as well, but that's a big change there. So Mitch Guthrie, he's got a camera here. Where is Mitch Guthrie's? Here it is. So if we go look at Mitch Guthrie's, you can see he does have some dust in front of him. It's probably another class car because on the tracker, I didn't have all the classes on. So let me see. Let me turn all the classes on real quick. All racers. We need to go, hold on. All racers. Let me take this guy's name out. Okay, let's try this again. All racers. Let's go find Mitch. I'm trying to see what car. Yeah, see, it's not him. It's the 6129. So Brad Pearson is the car that is in front of Mitch right now that we're looking at in the dust. So when we come over here and we saw Mitch with some dust in front of him, it's going to be that 6100 truck that he's catching. So that's going to slow him back down a little bit. Let's see. He has 30 seconds physical on Caden. So, all right, he's 30 seconds in front of, is that Mitch Guthrie? Richard, is that what you're talking about? Mitch Guthrie has 30 seconds physical in front of Caden. I think that's what's going on here. So there's a look at Mitch's front in car. So behind him, Mitch also has a rear in car. It's just real hard to see usually because it's so dusty. You can see if someone's about to pass him though, or catch up to him. So kind of cool. I like watching the front camera. Obviously, that's the best camera I think to watch, which makes it the most fun. All right. So yeah, behind. Okay, perfect. All right. Well, there you go. There's your update. Head over to watchparty.cc. I mean, I'm going to stick to watching this, and then I'll be back at 8 o'clock with your next update. We won't have a UTV finisher by then, but we will probably around 8:30 or so. So come back in a little bit at 8 o'clock and check on your next update here. It's either going to be Mitch Guthrie is going to win the UTV Pro, or it's going to be Caden McCachran, or it's going to be Cody Bradbury. One of those three looks like they're going to be the winner, but we won't know who for a little bit.